All right, today is September 13th, 2019. My last update was Sunday. I think it was the 8th or something like that. But I wanted to give an update on the Centanafadine. That's how I've decided to pronounce it now, Centanafadine, because it has that E at the end. So that's what I'm sticking with. So it has been about a month and a half now that I've been on it. And my last update, I talked a lot about emotional control and how I felt that that was helping me. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to watch it. It's the one right previous to this. But I wanted to talk about two different things today. One of them having to do with that emotional control, but the other is actually something that has me really, really excited. So I'll get to that in a second. Sunday, after I made that last update, I had an incredibly bad, painful, difficult argument. And it was something that I feel, if I had not been on the medication that I'm on now, would have completely spiraled out of control, completely. But it was when I had that argument, I really felt an ability to verbalize the feelings that I was having and not getting stuck on one feeling or one thought. You see, normally for me, and perhaps for some of you, it's exactly the same. I get stuck in arguments where I literally get confused. I don't know what we're talking about, what we're discussing. At some point, it just becomes about really winning the argument or being the loudest or being the one with the strongest opinion, even if I don't really believe it, because my emotions have taken over at that point. This Sunday, it wasn't like that. I mean, I expressed some very real and raw emotions that I had held in for a long time. And I did it logically and in a way that actually moved the argument forward and ended it on an extremely positive note. So, that to me was amazing because it really shows me that this journey that I'm on, this process, it's working. So that was huge. For me, I felt a huge difference on this drug, and I'm really happy for that. But here's the other thing that I wanted to talk about, because I'm extremely excited about this. So I actually got to connect with somebody that is on the same Centanafadine drug that I am on. They're in the clinical trial, and I met them through this channel. They saw my updates and they reached out and we had a conversation over the phone, and it was amazing. Just hearing his story and his symptoms and what he's felt, and it was to speak selfishly, it was like a weight was lifted off of me, because I don't think that I've ever had a conversation that detailed about symptoms with somebody that has experienced them. I'll give you one crazy one. So I had always feared for my family's life. I'll explain that. If I sent my kids away for a week with my parents, I thought that they were not going to be alive by the time I went down to pick them up. My thoughts would just spiral. It always made me feel nuts. It always made me feel like I was a worrywart, or like I didn't trust my parents. And it's not the case. But it was just that thought pattern. This person that I met, same exact thought. So what does that help me understand? That it wasn't me. It's the symptoms of the ADHD that produce that spiraling thought. And to me, that was such a huge revelation. I mean, it has made my entire week better. So I'm really glad I connected with this person. And look, if there's anybody else out there that is on Centanafadine, if they're in a clinical trial, heck, if you're on another drug, it doesn't matter. Let's connect. And if you've never been to a doctor to get diagnosed, do it. Do it ASAP. I promise you, it will change the way you view yourself, your life, everything about yourself. It is a huge step. So that's my update for this week. I'm looking forward to connecting with anybody that I can, and just keep plugging away and crush it at whatever it is what we're doing. Let's just make sure we get out there and crush it. All right, guys.